Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is David, so if you're new here, hi, welcome. I talk about books on my channel, whether it's horror, sci-fi, fantasy, but I am trying to spread my wings and read all types of different forms of literature. Before we get started, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has shown their support to my new setup that I'm doing. I'm usually holding my camera up to my face, and it's different because I'm more focused on how the framing of my face in the screen, and doing it this way it allows me to focus more on my books I'm talking about, and most importantly it allows me to focus on you guys, for example. So thank you so much for showing me your support, and thank you so much for you who has clicked on my video. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate every single view and every single sub and every single thumbs up I get. I really do appreciate it. So today is the first day over in the UK that non-essential shops can reopen to the public. So clothes shops and bookshops, as well as some other places like DVD shops, will be open today. Like places that can be easily, I mean, you could easily go into and keep a social distance you're in. So yeah, I just found out a few days ago that my favourite bookstore, Foyles, up in Tottenham Court Road in London, was reopening today. So I said to myself, look, I've got to go up there, show my support to them, because they're a fantastic they're a fantastic company, and the staff up there are really good and really friendly and really passionate about books. And yeah, I bought books as well. I'm not going to go all the way up London and not buy a book. I mean, seriously. Sorry guys, firstly I've just come back. So yeah, it was actually really strange being on public transports again. I went on buses. Buses, they can only have a maximum of 20 people on one bus at one time. So it was really interesting as well, and I didn't touch anything with my hands. And obviously I was wearing a mask as well, and everyone was keeping their distancing on the train and the buses, and 95% of people were wearing masks, but from a certain date, that soon it's going to be mandatory for everyone to wear a face mask while on public transport. Sorry, I have a slight stutter, so sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I've got two piles of books. One, obviously, I got in Foyles. And the second pile, which I got at my favourite bookstore, which is called Wandsworth Oasis, which I just call the Oasis. I actually refer to it as the Oasis because it reminds me of the fictional world in Ready Player One. So I refer to it as that. So I passed it on the way to the station today, so I thought, okay, I'll actually go up to Foyles and then come back, go into the Oasis and have a look there. So yeah, let's just show you the books I got in Foyles. The first one I got is Terry Pratchett's A Blink of the Screen, a collected short story fiction. And there's the picture of the man himself. And this is really good. I actually picked this one up. As it says on the cover, it's so beautiful, this book, it really is. This isn't a novel, this is a collection of short stories by Terry. And it does have some beautiful artwork in this as well. Let me just show you. I mean, there's some beautiful coloured pictures in it as well, and it's like so beautiful. I mean, look, I don't know if you can see that properly, but there's a picture of the turtle with the Discworld on its back. And it's like so beautiful. I mean, I was looking through this and I was thinking to myself, look, I've got to pick this up. I mean, I'm a massive Terry Pratchett fan. Or well, not massive, but I've read several of his work. I've read the Colour of Magic. I've read Equal Rights. I've read Hogfather, as well as Good Omens, but that's more of a book that Terry did with Neil Gaiman. So yeah, but I picked this one up. I actually read. It has several short stories in it. It's about half of them are non-related to Discworld, which is Terry Pratchett's fictional fantasy world, which that's what it's called. And the other ones are based in the Discworld, which I'm not sure. I mean, I doubt you have to read any of his work to order to understand them. But one of them I read, which was called Death and What Comes Next, which I read on the train coming back. It's only about 5 pages long, and it was really cool. I like the Death character. It's really sarcastic and witty, and it's my sense of humour. I've got more of a dry sense of humour, you know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. Next one I got is Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. I've only read Stardust by Neil Gaiman, as well as I said, Good Omens, which is my favourite, which is my second favourite book. Well, probably it's kind of a draw, but I mean, it's kind of like a tie between that and The Stand, which is my favourite book of all time. So I wanted to pick this one up after reading Stardust. This is a illustrated version as well, so it hasn't got coloured pictures in it, but it does have some black and white illustrations in it as well. Some that are full page ones, and some that are illustrations that are either, you know, like that are around the text. So I knew I had to pick it up, not just for the illustrations. Well, yeah, but I mean, for the illustrations, but I wanted to read the story as well. And I actually looked at, because they did have the normal version without pictures, and it's the same price as this one. So I thought, well, why? I mean, you know, I'll just get this one. It's the same price, and you get beautiful pictures in it. And I like the cover as well. The cover is really cool. So yeah, this one does have extra material in it as well, so I'm really happy that I got this one. I am planning to get to actually put all of Terry Pratchett's work, but I'm planning to put all of Neil Gaiman's work onto my Kindle. But when I do, if I put Neverwhere on it, I will keep this one. I'm not going to get rid of this. So that is Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. And the next one, the last one I got from Foyles is one that I knew I was going to pick up. Even before I woke up today, I knew I was going to pick this one up and buy it today. And that's being The Exorcist by William Peter Blackley. This obviously is based on the movie. Everyone knows what the movie of it, you know, The Exorcist is. But if you don't know what the story is, it's pretty much about a little girl that gets possessed by Satan. So I'm really excited to get this one. I mean, the horror section was the first section that I went to in Foyles, and I went up to it and greeted it like an old friend. I thought, oh, the horror section, I've missed you so much. Sorry, guys, and yeah, because I mean, I feel that horror, horror novels are kind of looked down upon. I mean, there's a massive difference between horror films and horror novels. Horror films, for the most part for me, are full of jump scares. They're full of characters that you don't really care about, and then most of the time they're always horny and having sex, and you don't care about them, and it's just a matter of looking at a screen and trying to find out about who's going to be killed next and in what way, and it's a very boring experience. Sometimes you do get a hidden gem, but horror books are really, really good. They're really good, and they should get the love and respect that they deserve. But yeah, The Exorcist, I am planning to read this at some point this year. I cannot wait. Maybe in Halloween. This would probably be a good read to read on that time. So yeah, they're the books I got in Foyles. So yeah, let me know if you've read these books, or if you're planning to read these books, or if maybe I've actually interested you reading these books. All of these will be on my channel at separate reviews at some point during my YouTube career, or my YouTube channel at some point. Don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know if I can count this as a YouTube career. This is more of a hobby and an interest to me. Anyway, the books I got at the Oasis secondhand bookstore. Sorry, guys. So yeah, this is my favourite bookstore. My favourite secondhand bookshop that's near my house. If I was to walk to it now, it would probably take me about 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get there. It's really big. They have a really big range of books. and as well as furniture and other knickknacks, and yeah. So, and also they had like a everything's half price sale today. I think it's only just for today to try to entice people into their shop, or and they had all these hand sanitizer things there as well. So yeah, the books I got were 2001: A Space Odyssey by Arthur C. Clarke. They had two versions of this. It was the same book, but I got this one because I like the cover more, because this reminds me of the Kubrick film, this construction. I haven't read any Arthur C. Clarke books before. I have got I do have his Childhood's Ends novel, which I am planning to read very soon. It's only 200 pages, so it's very short, so it's not going to take me too long. How long is this? Oh, it's about 224 pages, so it's not incredibly long. So yeah, maybe I'll read this at some point this year. Not sure when, but I'm definitely going to read this. I mean, all of these books I'm planning to read at some point, but yeah. Do you remember when I said it? That construction reminds me of the Stanley Kubrick film. I've just noticed it. Put it down. It says at the bottom, based on a screenplay by Stanley Kubrick and Arthur C. Clarke at the bottom. I didn't see that. I swear I didn't see that. That construction just reminded me of the a scene in the movie. So that's really, really cool. It'll be really interesting to actually know if this was a part of the was a part of the book cover, or whether this was put on this because this was this was invented for the Kubrick film. If you know that, I don't know if you'll know, but if you know, let me know in the comments down below if you know if this was a construction or a spaceship that Kubrick designed specifically for the movie, or whether this is an actual physical part of the novel itself. So yeah. Anyway, 2001: Space Odyssey. Really pleased I got that. Next one I got was the first one I picked up when I went into the store. I had a massive look around. I probably looked around all the bookshelves and books probably about 2 or 3 times just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And the first one I picked up was this one, which is a really shiny cover by a book by William Shatner. Yes, William Shatner, and I do mean Captain Kirk himself. He does write novels. You probably won't be able to find these in bookstores or in brand new bookstores, but from buying in second-hand bookstores, you do find his work from time to time. Not too much, but from time to time. Anyway, this one is called Tech War. Hopefully I've said that right. And I like the cover. It's done by Captain Kirk. I know it's not going to be Star Trek based. I know it's not going to be a Star Trek book. But the cover, look at that artwork. It's fantastic. And I was thinking, do you know what? It's a space book. It's done by the man himself, Captain Kirk, William Shatner. And it was really cheap. I got all these books for like £1. It's really cool. Essentially, I got these ones free, and I only had to pay for this one. So that's really cool. So yeah, Tech War. Let me know if I'm saying this title right or wrong or whatever, and let me know if you've read this one, because I've never heard of this book before. So if you're a massive William Shatner novel fan, and if you've read this one, let me know down in the comments down below if this is a really good book to read. So yeah, not sure if I'll be reading this book this year, but if not this year, then definitely sometime next year. So yeah, but yeah, really interesting find. That's why I like these second-hand bookstores, because you go in there and you don't know what you'll find. You actually go in there, you have a look around. You may come out with nothing, or you may come out with something that you didn't know that you're going to pick up or find in the bookstore. So it's actually really cool that I went in there as well, and it's really and I'm actually really happy that I went in there and they're open again. So really cool. And the next one I found, because when I was looking in the sci-fi section, because they have all their books in, you know, children and fiction and politics and war and sci-fi and crime. So in the sci-fi section, I saw this one, and I saw Dune. I saw an actual copy of Frank Herbert's Dune, which I am reading now. I'm loving this book so much. I'm only up to 200 pages of it, and I'm even dedicated to reading all of the Dune books. Not just ones by Frank, but by his son Brian as well. So that's really cool. I'm really enjoying this. Really good. As well as, I'm also reading, now I've brought it down as well, I'm also reading The Dark Half by Stephen King, so I'm liking this one as well. And I was nearly going to pick up Dune Messiah, which I am going to read after Dune at some point this year. But I was thinking, do you know what? I'm going to put them all on my Kindle. And yeah. And also I was nearly going to pick up some Brian Sanderson books. I nearly forgot what his name was. And because one of my subscribers and a channel that I like, Book Cats with Glasses, I think that's what a channel is called, is a really big Sanderson fan. So, but I wasn't quite sure about what books or book to pick up of his. So I'm going to do some research of what books to pick up. I mean, if you read any of Brian Sanderson's books, let me know in the comments down below about what ones that I should start off with. Yeah. Well, one of the staff members there was really passionate. We got into a little conversation about, because she was actually, she came up to me and said, "Oh, what's mean Brian Sanderson books did you pick?" And she said, "Oh, that people have been buying this one and they've been buying that one, and yeah, it was cool. But I want to do some more research. You know, I want to pick up a good one as well." So yeah, so anyway, the last book that I got at the Oasis was the Children of Dune. Obviously, as I told you, I saw a copy of Dune which was in this style, like the first one. But I was thinking, do you know what? I was actually nearly going to pick up, but I was thinking, do you know what? I'm gonna pull it back because it's a fantastic book, and I want someone else to find it and have the experience I'm having, or maybe even the different one or whatever. So I saw this one, which is the Children of Dune. This is the third book in the Dune franchise by Frank Herbert. That's the back. So it doesn't really have a synopsis, but which is cool. It's always good to go into these books blind. I did look to see if they had Dune Messiah. Unfortunately, they didn't. But I am planning to put all the Dune books onto my Kindle, as I said. This one I got. This one I essentially got for free, so I will be reading this one and then putting it onto my Kindle and then putting this one back into the charity shop. So sorry. So yeah. But I'm actually really happy that I found it. I would have liked it if they had Dune Messiah more, as well as Children of Dune as well. But I did actually look properly. But they didn't have it, so, but, it's cool. It's cool. So yeah, that's the books I got, guys. I hope you liked it. Let me know down below about what ones you are more interested in, or if you've read any of these books, as I said. Yeah. I am going to be going down to the second-hand bookstore, not every day, but occasionally, seeing what they have. And, yeah, I am going to be doing some more content on my channel as well. I am planning to do a top 10 of the books I've read in the 3 years I've been reading since 2017. So I'm planning to do that, as well as a video of my favourite Stephen King books as well. And I am going to, as well as doing reviews on not just Dune, as well as The Dark Half, I am going to be doing a special video, which was a request that I do for a book and a film series, a book and a film that's called Candy, which the book was written by Luke Davis, which that was a recommendation from one of my subscribers and a really good friend of mine. So yeah, I'm doing loads of good. I'm actually, well, I would say good content. I'll leave that up to you to decide if this is good or not. But yeah, I mean, let me know if you like this video, guys. Do I mean, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and watch my other videos as well if you like this one. Sorry if it's been a bit long. I do like to sit down and talk to you guys. And yeah, if you have any recommendations or books that you would like me to read, whether it's in horror, sci-fi, fantasy genre, or whether it's a book that is important to you and you think that I would like it, then let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all I've really got to say, guys. So yeah, so stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading. And I will see you in my next video, which will be my top 10 books of since 2017. So I'll see you then, guys. Bye.